Greetings, foolish mortal. 'Tis I, Viktorya Roze Tassi. It had been a hot minute since I last updated my YouTube channel, but to be totally fair with you, I have a valid reason. I was at San Diego Comic Con from, let me see, I left Tuesday the 18th of July, and I didn't get back until Tuesday the 25th, which is another story in itself, shall I say, in the least bit. So anyway, I decided today that instead of me just basically going like, I'm just going to basically do a giant comparison of what all I did. Now, so that way you all know, I was actually planning on doing like individual updates, like going through the con, enjoying my day, basically doing a bit of blogging. However, that ended up not happening. So, let's get to it now, shall we? So, on Tuesday, I got a flight from Missouri to Charlotte, and then from Charlotte, I went to San Diego. On the Charlotte flight, someone was chewing mint gum, which I'm allergic to mint. Like, mind you, not a severe allergy. Like, my airways don't close up or whatever. But I do break out into hives, which is not nice at all. So, yeah, anyway, I had a really nasty headache. I was really itchy, and the flight attendant could not find who was chewing on gum, which, yeah, so anyway, lesson learned. From now on out, I'm just going to tell flight attendant, hey, can you make a little announcement to people and say that I'm allergic to mint and that I will, well, I won't die, but, not at all comfortable at all. And so, when I get to San Diego, I realized that I left my charging cord for my phone at my house in Missouri because hashtag Viktorya Roze Tassi is a Muppet. And my phone died while I was at the San Diego airport, basically getting out, like getting my suitcase out of baggage claim and all that other kind of stuff. So, yeah. Anyway, after I got my bag, I went out to the drop-off area where people pick you up or like whatever. And when I went to go look at my phone, I saw that it was dead, so I was panicking. Like, I saw a taxi that was for the Westin, which is where I was staying. I went over and I asked, hey, are you for the Westin in Gaslamp Quarter? And the guy who's driving it said, no, I'm to the one in da-da-da-da-da-da. So anyway, at this point, I'm starting to have a panic attack. I explained, I'm supposed to stay at the one at the Westin. My phone's dead. I don't know what I should do. Someone gets on the phone with someone from the Westin Gaslamp Quarter. Bless her soul. She explained the situation. Gaslamp Quarter says that I can always catch a taxi, which, why didn't I think of that? So I caught a taxi, got there. Taxi cab was reasonably affordable. I mean, it was like $23. So anyway, when I get to the Westin, I explained to the person at the desk, hey, I can't pull up the reservation on my phone because it's dead. And he was really sweet about it all. He told me that he could just get the name if I gave him my ID. I give him my ID. He takes my phone into the back to charge because they have like a charging station, which is really nice if you ask me. I go up to my room. I get everything situated. Then I come back down an hour later and ask for my phone because I need to text my family and say, hey, I got to San Diego all right. And yeah. Yeah, so anyway, after all that happened, I get up to my hotel room, get in my pajamas, like whatever, and then I go to bed. When I wake up the next day, Wednesday, I decide that I should take a walk to the CVS, which was literally like right down the road 2 or 3 blocks, so that way I could grab a phone charger cord. I end up taking a slightly longer detour due to the fact that there was a lot of road construction, like whatever happening in that part of San Diego, which, you know, I hate road construction, just really inconvenient in more ways than one. Just, why did road construction have to happen, like, right now in this part of San Diego at San Diego Comic Con season? Just, anyway, if I was smart, then I would have caught a lift, which my mom gave me a $100 gift card. And at the end of Comic Con, I had like $60 left over. Yeah, about $60 left over. And I got myself a new phone charger. And so, yeah. Anyway, after that happened, I went down to the convention center because I had a couple questions to ask. And I also wanted to say hello to my friend Julie, who worked the ADA booth. If you're watching this, Julie, hi. So anyway, when I get there, I go up to badge registration because I had a couple questions in regard to my badge. One of the questions being that I had taped on a piece of paper onto my badge over my dead name, which is my legal name, because I was doing a bit of YouTube vlogging. That vlog being where the heck is my SDCC2023 badge, which is a whole nother story in itself. So anyway, when I get up to the badge registration, I explain the situation and I say that my legal name is my dead name. And the nice woman who was working there told me that I could have my name changed on the badge at Comic Con. Unfortunately, it was something that only we could do at San Diego Comic Con. We couldn't do it online. So, yeah. Anyway, isn't it beautiful? So, there's that. I was doing Wednesday Addams that day because Wednesday preview night, Wednesday Addams, why not? There are a couple pictures of me dressed as her up on my Instagram page, which, again, I did not get as many pictures as I would have wanted to. Yeah. I had my hair in sloppy pigtails because, y'all, I cannot braid my hair. It's pretty bad. When I popped into the first aid station to say hello, because it's something that I basically do, I always go back to see where the first aid station is. One of the attendants there said, "Do you want me to braid your hair?" So I'm like, "Yeah, sure, why not?" So anyway, she gets my hair all nice and braided up, and so yeah. Thursday, I was Mirabel Madrigal from Disney Encanto. Really cute film. I was originally going to have my skin spray painted with fake tan, like before I went. However, life happened, and that ended up not happening. Oh my goodness, I could not walk more than 3 steps without having someone, a child, 9 times out of 10, ask me for a picture. It was awesome. And I also had the miracle candle, which I don't have with me right now. Hashtag again, Viktorya Roze Tassi is a Muppet. And, okay, so you guys, there was this little boy who looked just like Antonio from behind. And I go right up to him and I say, "Antonio, what are you doing here? I thought Tia Peppa said you couldn't come. Did you sneak out?" He turns around and I think he had Down syndrome. He had the short, squat neck. He has almond-shaped eyes. He has a tongue that poked out. And he was so happy to see me. It was so awesome. So anyway, I'm on the ground interacting with him for like 40 minutes. And at one point, a member of security starts to come up because you're not allowed to sit on the floor. He sees me there interacting with him. He kind of pauses, hesitates, then he starts talking into his shoulder piece before he moves away. Like, I don't know what he was doing. Maybe he was telling security to just leave me alone because I was making the kid's day. However, the mom was taking videos, and I totally forgot to give her a business card, so that way she could tag me up on social media. However, if you're watching this, Mama, hi. Friday, I was planning on doing an inflatable dinosaur costume. However, again, because hashtag Viktorya Roze Tassi is a Muppet, I didn't realize that my inflatable dinosaur costume needed batteries until I pulled it out of my carry-on suitcase. I looked up at the eBay site where I got my dinosaur from. Did not say what kind of batteries it took. So I just simply decided not to get dressed in my inflatable dinosaur costume this year. Like, I'll save it for next year. And so I donned my modern day Snow White adaptation, which I brought with me. Because, you know, everyone out there needs a Disney princess. And so anyway, that's what I wore for the entire day. Friday was the Inflatable Dinosaurs Invade San Diego Comic Con 2023 meetup. At one point, we had like 40 dinosaurs right in front of the Marriott on the little parking island. And it was nuts because there was traffic coming past the island, and it was like bumper to bumper traffic because people kept stopping to take pictures. And at one point, I was really concerned. I was all like, oh, good Lord. Hotel security gonna come over here and kick us out, aren't they? However, they didn't. It was so awesome. And I kept saying, do not eat, do not eat the cosplayers. They don't taste good. It was really awesome. And also, important time note that you should take note of. Facebook does, for some reason or other, it takes. So I was in Missouri when I made up the inflatable dinosaur Facebook event, and I originally had it set for noon in Missouri. However, in California, it came up as being like 10 a.m., which was, again, hashtag Viktorya Roze Tassi is a Muppet, because, yeah. So, anyway, I actually have a new hashtag made up. Get Chris Pratt to invade San Diego Comic Con 2024 with the army of inflatable dinosaurs. It's a long hashtag, but I trust my army of foolish mortals with it. I'll have the hashtag down in the description box. Post it to Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, I don't know what else, TikTok. Yeah, so let's try and do that. This is going to happen again next year. Friday, I had planned on being my gender-bent Jacob Fry from Assassin's Creed Syndicate. I could not get into my cosplay because I gained a lot of weight due to COVID. So instead I wore my Snow White cosplay, which, again, the time mix-up happened, so there were only like 2 people that showed up for the Assassin's Creed meetup that I was in charge of. So, yeah. That was Saturday. Sunday, not Sunday. Sorry. That, my army of foolish mortal, is my cell phone going off. If it's important, then I'll check it later. So, Sunday, I was my gender-bent Captain America. We had the Army of Captain Americas cosplay meetup. We had, I think, 20 Captain Americas this year. 1 Peggy Carter and 1 Captain Carter. which by the way, was really cool. Also, at the Captain America meetup, it started raining, and people were losing their dang minds. Yes, rain exists. I'm sorry, but just... And also, I don't know if you realize it, but my Gingerbread Captain America cosplay is really heavy and hot to wear. So, after the cosplay meetup, I caught a lift from the Marriott back to the Westin Gaslamp Quarter. So that way I could change into my Snow White, which is a relatively lighter cosplay to wear. And after that, I went back to the convention center to create some more mayhem. And so, yeah. The next day, Monday, I was supposed to take a plane from San Diego to Texas, from Texas to Missouri again. When I got to Texas, turns out that all the connecting flights were canceled due to weather, like whatever. So, I was put up in a hotel, which by the way, was really nice of them. So, what happened was that I ended up having a nasty panic attack. And it was so bad, in fact, that one of the other ladies who was in the hotel lobby waiting to get checked in, she is a therapist, or a psychologist, or a psychiatrist, or something like that. And she said, hey, do you want to room up with me so that way I can keep an eye on you? And I'm all like, if you think that'd be beneficial, I'm not going to argue with you because you're a professional. And, oh my goodness, you guys, the hotel was really sweet about all that because they told me that normally they do not allow for that to happen unless it's like a family or whatever. However, they could see that I was very clearly having a difficult time. So, yeah, they bent over backwards to quite literally make sure that I was feeling my best. And I realized that me being a Muppet, again, Viktorya Roze Tassi is a Muppet, that I accidentally left my battery-powered hearing aid charger at the hotel in the Gaslamp Quarter. So, anyway, skipping a bit ahead, I had my mom call them when I got back on Tuesday or Wednesday, I can't remember which it is. It's Sunday now, so I should get it tomorrow, hopefully. And yeah, so anyway, I'm currently wearing my battery-powered hearing aid, which I like a whole lot more. But that's another rant for another video, shall I say, in least peace. Anyway, my hearing aid batteries were dead at this point, so I had them out. I had them on the conveyor belt to go to TSA, and I say to the TSA agent, hey, if you have to handle my hearing aid, treat them like they are delicate forensic evidence in a high-profile murder case. And he basically all like, okay. Just really me being like. So, anyway, I also wore my Captain America, as how that is the bulkiest of all the cosplayers I bought. I mean, like, okay, so, if I packed it in my suitcase, then it would take up, like, almost all the space that I have. Which by the way, it's alright, I guess. However, yeah, I have no idea at all how the person who made it actually had it packed down all nice and neat. So, yeah. That's all the stories I have for today. And before I forget, SapphireSeaSiren, my online shop, is now open. Be certain to go give it some love. Description down below in the description box. And, yeah, I'll see you guys next time. Bye!